Matt, let's start with you. You retain now the Nissan KOM jersey for the third straight day. Walk us through the last climb, I guess, is where you picked up additional points.
Well, the last climb, Jens was away by himself. He's an animal. And so he was away, and then there was the group behind him. And we knew that the points, I think, went 70. And so my teammates sort of helped me get to the right spot, and then I sprinted to get the rest of the points. And I think it was pretty much it. But yeah, it was pretty cut and dry. Still hard though.
And Jens, take us through the final climb over Rabbit Ears, and maybe what was going through your mind with 3K to go.
3K to go on the race or on the climb?
To go after the descent, what you were thinking there, and then what was running through your mind with about 3K to go.
Well, there's not much to say. That was more or less the moment when he caught me, so I was just, angry, disappointed. Like, damn it! I thought it would work out today, and it didn't. So I was just a little bit mad with the world in general. But then 30 minutes later, the crash happened, and I thought, see, it could have been worse. That being caught is still better than being in a crash, right? So, well, didn't work. I mean, at least I give it a go. I guess I'm allowed to say that. Well, I realized, I think 5 or 6K to go when it went down underneath a minute, and I did quick calculations how much time I'm gonna need in this headwind and how fast they're gonna go behind me, and I figured this might be a little too short for me today. So I saw it coming a little bit, but I was still disappointed.
Lachlan, if you could grab the mic to your right real quick. Lachlan Morton took over from Team Garmin Sharp, took over the leader's jersey yesterday in Breckenridge. And Lachlan, talk about the chase a little bit, and obviously day 2 in the Smashburger yellow jersey.
Yeah, it was cool out there. We weren't too fussed about bringing the breakaway back. There was no one really like a major threat, so we just kind of kept it at a good limit, and then I think the guys took over to try and chase Jens, and they had a hell of a job because they kind of turned on the afterburners that last 50k. But yeah, it was cool out there riding in the yellow jersey. It's a pretty new experience for me, so I had a lot of fun.
On to Peter Sagan, another stage win here in the U.S. The chase to get Jens, can you comment on that and your team, and then obviously winning the second stage?
Yeah, and I'm very happy. I say thank you for all my teammates because they did very good work. So sorry for Jens because he did very hard work on the front, but yeah, when he dropped all the riders from the breakaway, it was only one way for the win the stage, and after we put on the front all my teammates, and also after when we come on the climb and another team put on the front another riders, and after we take Jens last 3 kilometers.
Questions?
This is for you, Peter. You have now been to California, and you're ripping it up here in Colorado, and it fits to your schedule that you're headed to Alberta next. Are you planning on taking it easy in Canada?
I don't know. I thinking also here I stay a little bit worse like now, but yeah, I feel good, and I hope so my condition grow up until the World Championships, but I don't know, we will see day by day, and after I will do race in the Alberta in Canada, and the biggest objective is Quebec, Montreal.
Peter, a lot of sprinters stayed away from this race because it was so mountainous. when you saw the profile of this race, did you see possibilities of stage wins?
Before the race or?
Before the race, when you decided to come here?
No.
No, you didn't?
No. I heard only, yeah, it's too many climbs here from the riders, from teammates, and yeah, but two years ago it was here Elia Viviani, is our sprinters from Cannondale, and also he won 2 stages with Daniel Loss, and yeah, it's too many climbs, but it's not really hard, it's only 4 or 5%, no? Yeah, I think it's okay for me, and also, yeah, I don't know. For now, I feel good, and yeah, I can do well also this climb.
Jens, you gonna try again this week?
It's less than a month, I'm getting 42. Give me some rest, I'm an old man here. Well, tomorrow I think it's going to be a very, very hard day. It's where the classement is going to be probably decided. So I think this young gentleman, it's his day tomorrow to, you know, and I just try to hang on and you know, finish tomorrow the TT, and then after that, I think, yeah, it's all open and we can go wherever and however we want then.
Lachlan, how many times have you done bachelors, and how do you see your chances tomorrow?
I rode it once a couple of weeks ago. Well, I think I rode it. It's kind of a confusing hill because there's a few gates and things when it's not open. But yeah, I think it's a proper climb tomorrow. Like it's going to be over 20 minutes or somewhere around 20 minutes. It's pretty steep. So yeah, I think the race is going to sort itself out there.
Does it suit your climbing style?
Yeah, if you're on a good day, it suits you. If you feel good, it's great, but otherwise, it doesn't matter if it suits you or not.
Matt, how's the pressure right now?
Oh, I mean, I'd really like to keep this and pull it off, but you know, Lachlan's right behind. I know that's not his goal. Once the yellow jersey is, he should. But well, this would be a big deal for somebody, me and James Hagen's Berman team. This would be a pretty big deal, I think. So we want to make it happen. We also have a pretty good, darn good climber on our team, Acevedo.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good climber.
I mean, you know, he's okay. So we'll see what happens.
He's referring to Javier Acevedo, if you don't know, and he took 3rd in the Tour of Utah and 3rd in the MG Tour of California, 2 other North American or U.S. races. Jens, any comment on the last climb going up to Beaver Creek? Obviously, you're on a solo breakaway, but you know, the last 4 Ks that go up to Beaver Creek, where it gets steep and how that may play a role in tomorrow's stage.
Well, as far as I remember, there's also some bits and pieces where it flattens out a little bit. So if there's 5 or whatever, 10 riders together on the bottom of that climb, I see them all together going to the top and then just sprinting. I don't really think any classement rider can drop anybody else on that last climb. Like Peter said, the climb is 4 or 5%. It's not like killer steep, so it's a climb, of course, but it's not that, you know, people just gonna explode and stop pedaling. So I think if they go together into that last climb, then we will just have to sprint for the stage win on the top. But I don't see them dropping themselves or each other anymore in that climb. I don't think it's that hard of a climb. I mean, for normal persons like, you know, the normal mortals like me, it's pretty hard. But the classement riders in between them, I think they sort of like need to sort it out before.
Yeah, and what prompted your move to drop your breakaway
I saw the group falling apart, different interests, different tactics, and I think the Cannondale rider, I think he got the order from his car to stop pulling, And if you only have 5 riders, one stops, you know, it's a fifth of the group that doesn't work anymore, so to speak, and it just creates this balance. And then, you know, before it's sort of like it's a fellowship. We try to like protect each other from the wind, working together, and then suddenly it falls apart into 5 individuals. They trying to win, and yeah, as often I decided that attack would be the best defense.
Okay, we'll take 2 more questions. We'll also be bringing up Sean Hunter will give the first half race assessment, and Wes Mallett will give us an update on the United Healthcare team members that were in that crash. We'll also, of course, we'll try to get updates from the other teams on their members who were part of that crash. We'll take 2 more questions. Second one.
Jens, I was just, a lot of people looking at this stage beforehand didn't see a real chance for anything but a sprint finish. Did you see that, or was that something that kind of happened just the way it unfolded?
No, I had it in mind this morning. I told the boys in the team meetings that I feel I'm up for it. I mean, as I already said, tomorrow I'm not going to win the TT. If I concentrate on that, I might finish 3, 5, 6, and you know. So I said, well, there's no reason for me to hold back. And sometimes it's the best if nobody expects that the group is gonna go, and you go. You know, always gotta surprise the competition.
One final question.
Question for Peter. Peter, what is your approach for tomorrow?
You'll see tomorrow. I don't know. When I feel good, yeah. You'll see in the climb, but I think I take the rest day tomorrow. Because I'm not here for general classification, and then, I don't know.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. We'll bring up Sean Hunter here for a quick Q&A, and also Wes Mallett, if you don't mind just joining us real quick up here as we reshuffle the deck here. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. Unless if you want to just take a seat over there.
Thank you.
Okay, if we can have quiet for just a few more moments here.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Wes, if you could just say your first name and your last name, spell it please, and then go ahead with your update.
Okay, sure thing. Everyone, again, my name is Wesley. It was Wes Millette, spelled M as in mother, A-L-L-E-T-T-E. First name Wes, W-E-S, no T, not a direction, but a person. I'm the PR person for United Healthcare. And just a quick injury update for you guys. As you're aware, we had 3 of our riders involved in 2 separate crashes today. Jeff Lauder and Lucas User were both able to finish the race, and as we know right now, I saw them after the race, they're both okay. They were on their way back to the team hotel. Keel Reinen, who you are aware finished 3rd in stage 1 of Monday's race, was pretty banged up, a significant amount of road rash, but was able to finish the race. Keel was evaluated at the team bus and is being taken to the hospital for further evaluation. I'll have updated information for you guys as soon as we receive it. We expect to receive it in the next couple of hours. So that's our update on this end. Again, Wes Millette, PR person for United Healthcare. I'll be in here for a couple of hours if you guys have questions afterwards. So thank you.
Thanks, Wes. And any other injuries and updates, of course, we'll keep you posted, either Nicole or I. I'd like to introduce Sean Hunter, the CEO, and also the co-chairman for the USA Pro Challenge. Sean, could you give us an assessment of the first couple of days here on the tour? And I know you've been now 3 days, strong resort venues.
Yep, I'll be brief. I just want to thank our host cities, Steamboat, Breckenridge, Aspen. The crowds continue to be humbling, and that's, people ask why do we get the crowds that we do, and it's not by accident. It's because of the leadership in these communities and the year-round marketing. So hats off to Steamboat, Breckenridge, and Aspen. We have come across after year 3 a formula that I think we learned from Steamboat in year 1, and that is a finish and a start in the same city. It's best for the athletes, it's best for the fans, and I think it makes for some great television. So I think you're going to see that in future years. So again, I want to thank our host cities, and again, the crowds continue to amaze us, and I think it's only going to pick up as we get closer to Denver.
Okay, questions? Okay. Complete the press conference for today. You want to take, can we still take a few questions,
Sure.
Sean? Okay. Thank you.
It was pretty funny.
You had a call?
Yes, that's me then.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up, man?
Can you just talk about the long-term future of the race? This is halfway through the 3rd year. I think originally it was sort of projected out as a 3-year project. So that's a lot of people wondering about where it was.
Great question. So I took over the race in February of 2011, which was about 5 months before the inaugural race. We wrote a 5-year business plan, and I'm very proud to say, and it's a credit to our staff, that we are on plan. We're going to meet our 3rd year budget. As I've said, very consistently, we are a not-for-profit for the first 5 years. Sponsorship, obviously, and international TV rights are our biggest revenue stream. So it takes patience and it takes a deep financial commitment, and we have that from the Shaddens, fortunately. The model here in the United States, fortunately, in California, it's Mr. Anschutz, Phil Anschutz. Here it's the Shaddens, and without them, we wouldn't have these 2 major stage races. Also, hats off to the Miller family in Utah. But if this were funded by the public, we wouldn't be sitting here today. So I'm grateful to be working with the Shaddens. We're on pace, and knock on wood, we could break even in year 4, which would be a year ahead of plan. So the race is here for the long term, and like I said, we're pretty lucky to be doing it here in Colorado.
Other questions?
You said break even in year 4, which would be 1 year ahead of.
Of our 5-year business plan, right? Which was very similar to what we did in California. And California is now, I believe, in May, just raced its 8th year. So,
Sean, you can say definitively that the race will be back next year.
yes. And in fact, I've got Jim Burrell, our race director, and I, we ride together every day, and we're already working on routes, and we have about 6 that I can't share with you. But it's pretty exciting.
But we'll see more starts and finishes in the second.
I think, I think the feedback that I'm getting from the riders, from the fans, certainly from the communities, that the finish and start, like we're doing tonight, and if you remember in 2011, Steamboat was the only community that had a finish and a start, and the support we got here, the economic impact was great. So it's a win-win-win for everybody, and so I think that's what you'll see more of. We still have, we could go out 100 years and not showcase all of Colorado. So I think we've got a lot of room to grow.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks.